Joe is one of our original flamingo trainers, and he's been doing this show himself for over 40 years now. Alright, as the birds come to a noisy stop there, let's give them a nice round of applause and let them know they've done the right thing. So during the course of the show, you're probably going to see quite a lot of squabbling amongst the birds, and that's mainly going to be between the males, and you can pick the males out because they're the taller birds in the flock. You might also notice that we have two very pale birds with dark wings, and they're our two youngsters from last breeding season. They were bred right here at Ardastra Gardens, and they only joined our marching flock about 6 weeks ago, and they're still learning the routines and still quite literally learning the pecking order and being reminded that they're at the bottom of it for now. Now, we might expect those youngsters to be with us for up to 50 years. And once again, that's our cue right there for some applause for the birds. Well, the Caribbean flamingos are one of 5 different species of flamingo found around the world, and they are the second largest and certainly the most brightly coloured. Now you'll find that all the different kinds of flamingos do get their pink coloration from their diet, and in the wild they feed on tiny animals and plants that contain a red colour pigment that's called keratin. Now they have to have keratin in their diet to stay pink, and if they don't, their new feathers would actually grow through white instead of pink, and in captivity we even have to give them a special keratin powder to maintain that natural pink coloration. And that's our cue once again, right there. Well, flamingos are very specialised birds, and they really have to be because they do live in one of the harshest of environments, which are the salt lakes. Now, to help them live in the salt lakes, they do have some body adaptations, and probably the most important of those is their bill. Now, if you have a look at that bill, you'll see it has that unusual boomerang kind of shape to it. But if you look very carefully, you'll see that the larger portion of the bill is the bottom portion, and not the top portion like it is with most birds. Now that's because flamingos are filter feeders, and what they'll do is they'll tip that bill upside down into the water, then using their tongue like a pump, they'll draw the water into the bill and push it back out through the sides. And along the sides of the bill, they've got special filters for straining out the food from the water. So they're going to be straining out tiny little brine shrimp and mollusks, algae and plankton, perhaps a few grass seeds and some insects, and that's basically what makes up their diet. You might also notice that they have webbed toes, which they'll use to support their body weight as they're moving through the muddy salt lakes. And right there, that's our cue once again as they come to a stop. Well, the reason that the birds are quarrelling at this time of year, and I've got to say this morning they have been fairly well behaved, but that's all to do with the upcoming breeding season. And in the next month or so, they're going to start seriously thinking about laying eggs. Now they build a mud nest, and on top of the mud nest, the female is going to lay her single egg. Then male and female incubate that egg for 28 days, and after the egg hatches, both parents also take care of the youngster. Now the chick, when it first hatches, doesn't look much like these guys at all. It's very small and covered in fluffy white down. It's got short little thick legs and a straight bill. But as it grows, it's going to look more like a flamingo in size and shape. But it will still take that youngster about 3 years to fully molt through into his adult pink coloration. Alright, well let's have a special round of applause there, because that brings us up to the end of the first part of the show.
March, harvest, 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 harvest.
All right, let's hear it for the birds there, having completed their final rotation. And now Joe is about to give the troops their final marching orders before they are dismissed for the morning.
Dismiss, retire, goodbye Flamingo, goodbye.
All right, let's hear it for the national bird of the Bahamas, the Caribbean Flamingos, as they exit the arena this morning. And of course, let's have a special round of applause for their trainer, Joseph. Thank you, Joseph.